Yo, yo, yo.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Bringing that background music down, not fast enough. How's it going, everybody? How is it going? Sorry for a slight delay this morning. I have had crazy trouble with some of my technology this morning. Technologica.
It will always break, man. That's
always when it's always when I need to start editing. So definitely. I would say that over the holiday break, I started teaching myself how to learn Adobe Premiere, which is Adobe's editing software, because I edit all of my videos and everything in iMovie, thinking that this would alleviate some iMovie problems. But really and truly, it just made my workflow take longer, and there was no discernible difference in quality. So I was like, why do this? But now I'm starting to see why. All right. Let's see here. You want to say hello to our friends in the chat this morning? Who we got?
Sure. We've got a new to Mythics guy that was first. That doesn't count. But Jersey Shore Juggernaut says, good morning, my ambidextrous people and double jointed click. Good morning to our good buddy Joe at Elemental Crafting. Good morning, Joe. Always good to see you, buddy. He's got some new stuff that he's crafting, like a dungeon floor that I was watching him build. That guy, he's prolific, man. That guy is always working on something. Definitely. Good morning to our good buddy Omar. Good morning, Omar. Happy Saturday to you.
Omar's been such a wonderful addition to our chat group. I love having Omar in our chat group.
He's all right. Just kidding, Omar. Love you, buddy. He's the best. Yeah, he's a lot of fun, and he connects. He's got so many interests that he connects with Blake, he connects with Andy, he connects with Terrence, and you know, on and on about toys and stuff. Like he's an awesome dude. Got Jersey Shore calling out Elemental and Omar. We got our good buddy Brian Carr. Says good morning, Mark and Greg. Good morning, sir. We got Jesse Marshall in the house. Good morning, everyone. We've got Dave Orchid, our buddy Dave. Good morning, Dave. We got Heinrich, Mr. Hoffman. Good morning. What are you doing this morning, Heinrich? What are you up to, buddy? He's always got some projects that he's
probably
boxing,
still packing up, boxing up figures, I'd imagine.
Yeah. We got J-Mac in the house. Good morning, J-Mac. Good morning, guys and gals. We got Mr. Jeff Evans, Jeff Ray, Cosmic Jeff in the house. Good morning. We've got Larry's Geeky World, Larry Hodge. Good morning, Larry. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Looks like I think that's everybody. Good morning, guys.
Heinrich says he's fighting a bag.
Oh, no.
Dude, I hate that for you, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, get some rest, dude. Feel better.
Well, I did not have time to write down notes for the show, so we're just going to wing it and hope that I remember everything. So that's a bad thing because my memory is shot.
You'll be fine. They won't even notice.
So I'm kind of billing this episode as like a 4-H extravaganza because I realized when I was putting the news together or the things that we were going to talk about, it was almost exclusively Four Horsemen related. And unbeknownst to Greg, when I asked him last night, what did we want to open? And we were talking about what we would do for our unboxings. We inadvertently just happened to pick a Four Horsemen product. So it all just kind of gels. I don't know how it comes together at the last minute, but it always does. So today we're going to be talking a lot of 4-H news. There's a lot of 4-H news.
A lot of news
to discuss. We're going to be opening the Cosmic. Oh, I think I'll save that. We'll save it. We're opening a Cosmic Legion.
There you go.
But who will be a reveal? That'll be a reveal. So good thing that Jeff's here this morning, so Cosmic Jeff can weigh in on it. We've also got our regular shenanigans. We're going to be talking about, let's see, what else? Let's see here. Let me add this to the stage. I do have these reviews upcoming. This week, I'll be doing the Savage Crucible Deluxe Dungeon set and stands. the McFarlane Toys Elite Edition Spawn. Yes, I did overpay for that, just like everybody else. And then the NECA TMNT Body Count Casey Jones. That's a few of the reviews I've got upcoming. And of course, I'm going to be finishing my recap of 2025 with my top G.I. Joe and my top McFarlane toys of 2025. Those reviews will be coming soon. Got some smaller ones I'll do as shorts, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about in news? It's going to be a little early, and I'm pretty sure that our good buddy Steve Mank is not going to be taking off in the month of February. But in March 8th, he does have listed, he will be at the Toy Man in Bridgeton, Missouri, where he just was on the 11th. Same city, another Toy Man. I don't know if that's a toy store or a toy show, but it seems kind of odd that they would have two toy shows that close together. I'm sure he's going to pop up somewhere in February. And as always, be sure to check out Articulated Empire for all of your, if you need Zeshray, if you need Four Horsemen or Valaverse, or like if you need any of your toys, check out articulatedempire.com. Oh, another thing I wanted to add is that to make sure, a little programming note to make sure everybody knows, we're going to be doing a the Tribe episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. Welcome back to the Tribe. I don't know what episode it is, but it's got to be around episode like 12, I think. Of the Tribe. It's going to be the first one of 2026. We've had a big gulf of time has passed since the last time we've done an episode of the Tribe. For those who don't know, that is a live stream where it's dedicated specifically to the animal warriors of the kingdom and trying to help the guys over at Sparrow get the word out and spread the good word of Sparrow and AWOC. But they've had a lot of information pop up. We had 2 new figures that we were not expecting hit Legions Con.
Right.
So we're going to be unboxing both of those. Jeff will be there. Jeff's going to be unboxing the Pale in Necro armor, and I will be opening the Feralist Archer, I believe is what he's called. So we're going to be unboxing some AWOC figures, 2 new figures to the line, and then talking about all of the wonderful news that Brick has shared from the team. It looks like 2026 is going to be a big year for AWOC. Good. So I'm very happy for those guys because they certainly need it. Let's see here. Before we get into let's get into a little bit of the news that we're going to be talking about with the Horsemen. First, let's start with their shipping update. It's a shipping with Diego. No, we don't have Diego, but I can't do a shipping update without thinking about that song.
That's right.
So just to get your wallets ready early. Man,
it's an assault.
So it looks like the first thing that's up is the 2025 Retailer Appreciation Wave. I think this will probably now have to be renamed as the 2026 Retailer Appreciation Wave. but they are for figures that were released in 2025 and 2 new ones. So it looks like we have, first up is going to be that Cosmic Legions. This is their Horde Trooper. Mm-hmm. So if you're I've got a buddy of mine who is not into cosmics. He's like, I can't get into cosmics. He's whole hog into mythics, but he's like, I can't do cosmics. I'm not getting into cosmics, but he loves Motu. He's a huge Motu fan. And so he's like, I do have to get all of the tributes. So he does have a few of the cosmics that are Motu tributes. This, of course, being a tribute to the Horde Trooper. We've got that coming up. We have the Anubis and Bastet in their alternate colorways. We have the Ghost of Christmas Past in her blue ghostly attire. We have Frankenstein's monster in his more, I guess, globally recognized green color. And then I forgot what this last guy is called, but he's basically kind of like a snake sorcerer. I forgot what he's called. Somebody in the chat's going to know.
Vernalis?
Somebody in the chat's going to know.
Yeah, they'll know it. It's something like Verdalis,
Yeah.
Serpent Scale, something.
Just checking the chat. Omar says great
Arden
review
Scale.
on the. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Omar. I appreciate it. I do have the Medicus right here. I'm going to bring him in a minute. We'll chat about him. So we have that slated for February 18th is the street date. So that's going to be shipping out to retailers such as Steve at Articulated Empire pretty soon. Do you have any of these pre-ordered? Are you getting any of these?
Not pre-ordered. I'll probably contact Steve and my buddy Sven. I'm looking at the Bastet and the Ghost, of course, but I wouldn't mind getting that Frankenstein's creature. I think I like the color on that. I liked the yellowish from the last one, but this green one is rad too.
Yeah,
how about you?
I am definitely going to be getting the green Frankenstein's monster. I absolutely love that. I wanted a second Frankenstein because he comes with so many different looks. Coat on, coat off, long hair, no hair. So, and I love the green color. I mean, I know that's a thing that really only exists in our minds, and then it translated into color later on and became like a universally accepted color. But everybody said, "Oh, that's the original color." No, well, the original color was black and white. So, like, it's not the original. It's just what you think of. But and then Arden Scale, Vernalis. Jeff and Brian are helping us out here in the chat. Vernalis.
Thank you guys.
Jeff,
I was close. I was on the cusp.
I definitely want one of each of those. February 18th street date. Get ready for that.
That's right around the corner.
I still am thinking that Four Horsemen are going to have an in-stock sale maybe before then. Maybe if Curtis is in the chat, he may know or have a little wink and a nod to maybe if that's happening, because I still think, if we look back to last year, and I know they're always trying things different and always messing with the schedule, so we keep us on our toes. But if you remember, late January was when they did the night builder armory experience retail releases. It was like January 20th something. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna drop those. I certainly hope not, because geez, between that and this retailer wave, it's gonna be a lot. Then shipping begins early February for Mythic Legion's Rising Suns. Now, of course, we don't have the time to go through this entire wave of what you're getting, what we're not getting, but I think it's safe to say that between you and I, we're probably getting some, if not all, of these releases.
Yes,
so
quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few. Early February for that.
Man, what a wave!
Fantastic wave, absolutely. Fantastic. Between the barbarians and the dwarves, I'm just I can't wait. And then late March, hot on the heels, Cosmic Legions Ox Crew Hero Zone. This was the wave that you and I got to see revealed live in person at IshCon 2024, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, yeah.
And man, again, quite a few of those are coming home with me.
It's great to see the journey, like to see them unveiled, as just prototypes, or and then to finally get them, shipping and in our hands.
Is cool. This the first time for you? Is this your first time, Greg? I'll be gentle. Is this the first time you've seen a figure revealed live and in person, and then we'll order it and get it in hand? Or was there a wave prior to this that you saw revealed? Because you weren't selected for intern in 23, so you wouldn't have been at G-Con or anything, right? Or you don't have to be selected, right? You don't have to be selected.
What was our first Legions Con? 23.
Yeah, so I guess you could have gone. Yeah, you could have. I guess you could have gone to G-Con and seen stuff revealed there without.
I didn't though. I missed it, but. What was the wave for that? That was I'm at a loss.
That was Rising Suns, wasn't it?
Was it Rising Suns? Yeah.
I believe so, because I remember that was my first Legions Con, and I went with that jerk, And let's see. And I remember the plane landing, and I turned my phone back on, and that's when I saw all the reveals, and I believe it was the Rising Suns wave, because I thought, it looks like maybe double jointed knees, and they weren't. But then who knew double jointed knees were a coming.
Yeah. So Eric Miller is asking, were you not at the reveal at PowerCon for the Ox Crew Book 1? I was at PowerCon, but I don't remember seeing reveals. I was still kind of clueless at the time. I didn't understand how they had like reveals for future waves. Like, I guess I didn't grasp it yet. So
yeah, that's
they were
right,
there.
Brian.
I think they were there. Like, I remember seeing them on display, but my eyes were so like I was looking at that the orange, the Cosmic Wall Tour, like the orange, like it was there on display, and I was like, I need this in my life. So yes, I was there, but I guess I didn't really fully grasp like how it worked and stuff. But man,
yeah, just to clarify, Brian's correct. You don't have to be selected for intern to go to G-Con. Anybody can go. Welcome, V-Dog. Welcome. So right on the heels of that, Infinite Legions Phaedon and Phanos arriving in late March. I don't know. I may be in the minority here, but I only pre-ordered Phanos. I did not pre-order Phaedon.
I got them both, I believe. Yeah.
So that's going to be good. The next update is Mythic Legions Ashes of Agbendor arriving in Q2. I know we're all over that wave. We have the Graveyard Zombies and Skeletons arriving in Q2 of 2026. Seems like an odd time.
Early.
But hey,
that was fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Mythic Legions Legacy of Mythos 1 arriving in Q2 2026 for anybody who didn't get in and was able to go to Legions Con. And then, they were pre-ordered before Legions Con. That's right.
Yeah. So this must be like the second match, or like
the retailer.
Match, maybe?
Yeah.
So maybe that's maybe when we might have the in stock sale. When those go up for retail, then maybe
that's possible.
I don't know. We'll see.
That seems like a really late window though for the Armory Experience figures, just going on last year, which they could mix it up. They may mix it all up. But then the big news here, Baethyr is now scheduled to ship in 2026. So maybe, because they were thinking, hey, we'll probably get it out in December, maybe they've been given word that it may be shipping like September. So I think they probably know that if something is shipping by September, then it'll definitely be out by December. So
can you imagine that,
dude? I can't.
Getting our dragon by Legions Con.
And the weird thing that I've been thinking about is if we actually do move, like I've already paid for shipping. Like I've already paid over $100 to ship those boxes to me in Florida, and who knows, we may or may not be living more north by then. I don't know. We may not. I have no idea. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So
I'm sure they would let you.
Like, I'm going to be calling Diego and be like, hey, can I get my money back and just come pick it up? He's going to be like, no, sir. But yeah, just touching on that. First item set to arrive at our warehouse are the 2025 Retailer Appreciation Waves. We've set a street date February 18th. Next is the Mythic Legions Rising Sun Wave. First container with this wave arrives early in February. Rounding out Q1, let's see, warehouse late in March is the Cosmic Legions Hero Zone Wave, the Infinite Legions Phaedon and Phanos, and then they'll ship right after that. And then let's see, what's the next one here? Rounding out Q1, let's see. Oh, we already said that. After that blast of arrivals in Q1, there'll be a very brief breather before Q2 arrivals begin to roll in. Mythic Legions Ashes of Agbendor Wave, Graveyard Zombies, Blind Box Skeletons, and finally Mythic Legions Legacy Mythos set with Otho and Urzak. And then let's see here. Other pre-order waves, including Baethyr Dragon, are currently in stages of pre-production and too early to communicate on arrival, but as soon as we have some details. Okay. All right. So that's
what we know about.
That's what we know about.
Figure Obscura.
Absolutely.
You know, there's shows that may or may not have things, and
Right.
you know, pickups at the shows. So there's going to be a lot of buying, a lot of commerce,
Absolutely.
a lot of extracting money from wallets, handing to the horsemen this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Happily.
One of those that we do know about is this guy right here, which just got revealed, and that is the Highland Warrior.
Yes.
This thing is glorious. What was your initial thought the minute you saw this revealed?
I had been waiting. I had told a few people, and Eric Miller is in the chat. So I was at breakfast at Legions Con, and I was with Joe Viteri, who runs the ToyCon New Jersey, and Eric Miller was there, and Joe started talking about, you know, oh man, I can't wait for everyone to see, you know, this exclusive figure that we're having at ToyCon. And I'm sure Eric was like, whoa, man. And I was just like listening, and he's like, the shield is so cool, and Eric's like, yeah, yeah, it's exciting. And so that was it. And so I was like,
Eric was keeping his mouth closed because he knew about his own head being put on.
Right. Yeah. Eric Miller head right there. But yeah, it was awkward, but like I was eating it up. I was like, man, I cannot wait. Not many details, but very excited that, you know, ToyCon was going to have their own exclusive like ZoloCon. So I was like, I don't know what it could be. I'm like, it's got to be a mythic, but then I'm like, well, you know what? There's cosmics that have shields too. So, you know, I was waiting, and I think I had mentioned something in a chat, and Jeremy's like, very soon there will be talk about something coming or something. And so I was very excited, and it did not disappoint. Eric Miller did fantastic job on the paint on these guys. I just
need to know. Like, yeah, Eric says, I was so uncomfortable. Eric, when you were, so okay, maybe I missed it in the information about this that was released. I didn't know. So Eric painted this figure?
He did the head sculpts, yeah.
Okay. All right. So Eric, I have to know, when you were painting this head, did you yourself think, hey, this looks a lot like me? or is it that you only saw Father Christmas? Like, you know, I have to know, like, oh, Eric says he did all of the painting, not just the head sculpts.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. No offense, man. I love the brooch too. That brooch is incredible. The head looks uncomfortably like me, yes. Which is it's the Father Christmas head, right?
I mean, if I was you, Eric, I know you're too humble for this. I would just tell everybody that's my tribute head. I would just say, I mean, some of you get a name drop only tribute, you know. I got a whole head sculpt, you know. I think, you know, I'd run with it. Because I don't think if people think that, you know, about this being like the alternate Father Christmas head, right? Like, I don't think that they think about that initially. I mean, because the one that I have on my Father Christmas is it the same one?
So there's a gray one and a brown one. Is that the Krotos body? Krotos chest?
Like, yeah, that's the same head, right? Yeah, that's the same head.
Sculpt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same sculpt. Just a different colorway.
I like the other one. I like the green one better.
I thought that Father Christmas came with another head with a longer beard. Am I just like misremembering that?
You could be. I know there's that long bearded one. So there's two beard links. There's like the super long one. And then
this looks great. This just looks.
See, I like the Magnus one. The Magnus one is my favorite.
Is that
so? I will trade. I will trade someone the Atlas for another Magnus. If anyone is interested, let me know. But yeah, I love it. I love just the simple green. I love the color of the green. The Krotos chest piece. And then the fur boots, man. I've been waiting for those, so I can't wait. I need a barbarian with the fur boots.
Yeah, there is a short and a long beard. That's exactly what I thought.
What's up, Terrence? Yeah. Terrence is in the chat for a moment on the way to work.
Boba Chuck says, "Good morning, fellas. My luck. I moved to Florida this past September, and this comes out. Yeah, and here I am. I'm in Florida trying to move out. So, yeah, this is a great looking figure. And yeah, Jeff brings this up that Magnus is going to be the con exclusive sculpt. So, if you were to get this figure here, the retail version will not come with the Magnus head, which I guess that's a good choice.
Yeah. I mean, either way, it's going to be. So the retail an awesome later in the year. Can I ask colors? Eric, I don't know if you would know or not, but how similar is the skin tone to like the regular Barbarian or other skin tone figures that have come out? I'm just wondering, like switching the legs out, like can I just switch out the whole leg, or is it going to be just the boot piece? But man, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just so simple, but just.
Yeah. Is that the first time we're getting the fur at the top of the boot?
Yeah, it's coming out for Broder, which is That's coming. Right. But this will be in our hands maybe before.
And what was the ToyCon exclusive figure last year that you guys picked up for me? I'm trying to remember. It slips my. Oh, it was the Barbarian.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't have like their own, so this one will be sold at Joe Vitteri's table. That's not at the Horseman table. So yeah, Barbarian was like the figure back then. Like that was the one. Like
that was the Four Horsemen's secret table drop, right? Was the Barbarian at ToyCon New Jersey? Is that correct?
Zolocon.
Oh, Zolocon. No, You're right. That's right. So they didn't introduce their own figure at ToyCon New Jersey last year, or did they? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, I was just reading his comment on the skin tone. He says it's close to some existing figures, but not many. Best match is likely the Magnus style. Okay, Armory Gladiator. Okay, so kind of like maybe a tan Caucasian. Original Barbarian is close. I think the Barbarian
didn't consciously match it to anything else. There we go.
See, I didn't know if there was like boots with the fur. I didn't know if there's like for skin tone, like do they just give him like this is a skin tone, but or I guess he colors the figure with like it's Cadian flesh tone for any painters out there. Okay, I see. So I was just wondering, like, do they match skin tones? Do they say, hey, pick a different skin tone, one a little lighter, one a little darker, one to match this or that? They're very, complex in their color choices.
I do like this shorter sword here. Is that new? We haven't seen that yet, have we? Because that looks very much like a gladiator style sword.
Yeah, I don't know. I never noticed that.
I was just looking. I love that sword. I mean, I know we got this with Otho. That's really good. But I was looking at this sword right here. And what caught my attention was the shape of the scabbard. I was like, oh, that's a diamond shape. Wait a minute. Yeah. And then I was like, wait a minute. Let me see that sword better. And I looked at it because we don't have a really good gladiator style sword right now. I was looking for one over the weekend, like whenever I was working on my review, or yesterday, not weekend, but yesterday when I was working on my review for Medicus. Because Medicus comes with this style. He comes with two styles of gladiator sword, and they're both curved. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I kind of like the shorter one that's straight, like this figure comes with, because I was looking for one to put in my mythic build. And I don't know. Curtis says that's right in Rising Suns too. Okay. Brian says, I think that shorter sword's in the Rising Suns wave. Yeah. Jeff says same thing. He says, nope, they give you a basic render and let you execute. However, I read it. If something doesn't work, we'll change it. Yep. Yeah. Guesagway, you're right. This figure needs some apple bottom jeans.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's in the weapons pack too. Okay, very cool. Next up, the Four Horsemen have made their way. Dude, chat, we're still in the news section, by the way. Like, we haven't even made it to like the fun stuff yet. We're still in the news section. the team has made it over to Four Horsemen have made it over to Philadelphia Gaming Expo. I don't know if anybody in the chat went to that. I heard the ticket prices were pretty expensive, $75 for a single day.
Crazy.
But there we did get the full reveal and painted images of the male elf thief. Is that what he is? He's a thief.
Right.
So it looks like we're getting some new stuff here. Somebody tell me, is the chest belt with the little knives? Because I don't have the image in front of me, and I just thought of this. Is this from the Kai Pacha?
I think that's scapular.
Figure? Scapular was first. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's scapular.
This looks.
I could be wrong. Chat knows more than us. So
this looks so good. Like this is.
I love it. I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
I love it that it's not like, you would think like, because we just got like a black and white render or gray render, and it was like, what will it be? And then we knew it was an elf because of the ears, but like my brain thinks like green, like elves are always for some reason green, like green clothing. So seeing this black and gray or black and brown is cool.
This guy's going on missions with Kai Pacha for sure. I can tell you that.
Oh man. For sure. Definitely. Love it.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Curtis says, yeah, scapular. So they designed it for the scapular like 2.0, and then they put it with Kai Pacha. Now it's coming with this guy. Okay. Very thick elf. Mama was probably a dwarf.
Right.
Well, your mama show had to be a dwarf.
Yeah, they're using the heck out of the boots, and I'm all for that, man.
Yeah, these are great. We need more of those. Then we got this image here. I guess this had not been shown before, was the red paladin, the red color on the paladin cleric, right? Like we saw this on like I got it. It has the head. Okay, I remember seeing the knight with the faceplate. I don't remember ever seeing the red hood. If it had been shown, I probably missed it. I
don't know if it was on at Legion's Con or not.
Yeah, looks great.
I can't wait to
because Heinrich's fat shaming the elf. So this head was shown at G-Con.
I mean, there was a picture, but I don't know if the actual painted hooded Dubon head was there.
This just struck me as new. I was like, I don't remember seeing this before, but I could be wrong.
I love it,
man. This looks so good.
Mm.
And then something I did want to show off. This was actually I snapped this picture off of, or I did a screenshot of this off the Four Horsemen's Instagram page because a buddy of mine was asking, and I think now we have the answer. Is Koi going to be a traveling figure? And it looks like it is, because this is from the show. This is from the Gaming Expo, Philadelphia Gaming Expo. So it does look like if you missed out on getting Koi, you were like, I don't need fish people. But then later on, you saw how awesome Koi was, and he is that freaking awesome. Even if you got this figure, and Eric Miller, please close your ears. Even if you got this figure and pulled all the fish parts off and just put all of this gear on a completely different figure, it's still totally badass and worth picking up. But the fact that it's a fish person, incredible.
Yeah.
Such a badass figure. Like I didn't realize when I picked it up and bought it at the show, because it was one of the secret table drops. I didn't know how awesome it was until I got home and then did the review like weeks later. I was like, holy crap, this figure is amazing. Like I didn't realize, I didn't open it at the show, so I didn't know how awesome it was, but it is. And then if you factor in Eric Miller's colors, his paint.
I know. This dude is an uber talent. I still haven't opened mine yet. I will, but I have not yet.
Yeah.
I'm living vicariously through you.
Yeah. So you have one, but you haven't opened it?
Right.
Wow, dude.
I've been busy.
Yeah. Let's see here. And then one quick thing I wanted to show off, because you and I are both currently having one of these made for us, is that the fine folks over at Harbinger Studios who make Savage Crucible, they have released the render files, the STL files, to print your very own, what is known as the Abyssal Throne. That you can 3D print this. And I found these images on Instagram from this guy named Alex Wu, who I don't know if I was familiar with him before, but this is his painted version of this throne. And like, I already had the idea that I was going to do like a patina, like a rusted, oxidized patina, something that kind of goes along with salt water, but I was kind of surprised by the light blue and gold marble that he chose. And I think it looks amazing. Like this may be like how I actually paint mine up. I have a few images here of how this looks. I mean, I want to attempt this style, but I don't know if I'll get anywhere near this level. Like so you and I are both having one of these printed by the same guy. What are your like plans for painting it? What do you plan on doing?
I don't know, man. I mean, this is like beyond next level for me. So
Right.
I'll probably assemble it, or I'll prime it and then assemble it and maybe just see what it tells me to paint.
Right.
But seeing this just disappoints me because it's not going to look anywhere near as cool as this.
Right. It just makes you mad.
Yeah.
You're like, damn it. I'm already disappointed with mine.
Yeah,
Already.
I love this. I love the tentacles, man. I just think it's a beautiful, and shout out to Savage Crucible for giving people that file. That's pretty unprecedented.
Yeah.
So that's cool that they did that. But I'm like Omar. I might put my soon to becoming Elric figure on that throne. It's almost like the throne is. I mean, it's going to be cooler than the figure maybe that goes on there. So
yeah.
How about you, man? You're going to try patina?
Dude, yeah. I mean, I had already thought, but I was thinking like, I was not even looking at that cracked concrete like as marble. Like this, like he's got this marbling that is just incredible. Like if you like look at that, like it's beautiful. Like if you look, it's like it's not just light blue, but it's dark blue and purple, and then flecks, and then gold cracks coming through. I mean, this is just gorgeous. This is next level stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off, but maybe the light blue is a little too light for me. Like maybe I would do something more of a greenish.
That's blue. I'm getting like a green from that. That's blue.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of got like this aqua. Like I would say, like the overall tone is kind of like this aqua that's got a little bit of mix of light blue and light green. But I'm thinking maybe like a darker green marble, like a darker marble. But
see, I might go black. I might go black with the chair. Like I like the patina gold, but I might do like black with gold cracks and stuff.
Yeah.
Black on the chair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like absolutely.
Kind of glossy black with gold.
Jersey says he's seeing kind of like a turquoise or an aqua. Yeah, that's yeah, for sure. This just looks gorgeous. And, however you feel about, I mean, this is free, right? So like, however you feel about supporting Savage Crucible, like you don't even have to buy in their figures. Like this is free. You can just go to their website. It's free to purchase. Like it has a zero price, but you do purchase it, quote unquote, like they're putting in your email and then they send you the file. And then, like you could send it to somebody for 3D printing like you and I are doing. And
I just noticed the claws too. I didn't notice the claws before.
Yeah, you could put this with anything, any one of your lines, and it's really big too. It's much bigger in person than I think people realize. But yeah, man, this is just so freaking cool.
That's what she said.
I know, right? I'm trying to stay and keep my studio clean and remove stuff from the files as we get to it. Okay, so I think that's all of the news. As soon as we end the show, I'll be like, why didn't I think of Okay, but let's get into our commercials.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Sorry, I'd slid away in that break to put my Father Christmas back away. Let's get into the commercials. What do we have here? All right, let's do it. Do 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 do.
For wacky collectible motorized styles that stop at nothing. In the ball, out of the ball, they're weird, they're nuts, they're part of the Maniacs collection, and they're off the wall! Goofballs! Battery not included, each sold separately, new from Tonka.
Did you ever have any of these?
I've never seen those before, ever.
Me either. I never had a goofball.
Look fun.
I never had a mad ball.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I had some Nerf balls, but I never had.
Lots of Nerf.
Never had those.
Came
across this week. Man, this is so much fun right here.
Silver Hawks, partly metal, partly wheel, mighty warriors with the powers to protect space from all evil.
Hot Wing breaks through, Gyro too.
Figures with weapon birds sold separately.
Now with Steel Will they face Evil Monster and Sky Shadow. Attack! Stronghold! Brandon! Power Wings! Oh! Stop! I've got Steelheart and Razor! No way! I'll still win! Never!
Steel Will with Stronghold, Monstar with Sky Shadow, and other figures with weapon birds sold separately. Silver Hawks, new from Kenner.
Man, dude.
So cool. So cool. I've never had any of those, but I would have loved those. They look so cool. I'm not a big action feature person, but man, the vac metal in those.
Yeah, I was a huge action feature nut as a kid. Like,
really?
I loved it. I loved it so much. And the fact that not only did the figures have action features, but so did the birds. And you know, we've talked before about how, like, if a figure came with a grappling hook, like you and I were like all over it. We talk about that all the time. But code names, that was another thing, dude, that just hooked me, like, narratively. So, like, the fact that not only did the characters have really cool names, but their birds had code names as well. And Mask, like, you know, like you had code names and Mask for like the helmets and stuff. Dude, that stuff just made me. Curtis says, how in the world did we know what the toys were back then with that resolution? Dude, we didn't know any better, right?
I mean, our TVs were crappy. So,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Can you imagine the idea that, like, our cartoons back then were not on demand? Like, you had to memorize what time, what day, and what time your show came on, and you had to be there and miss it. Yeah. You know, that's just so funny. But I remember one of my favorite birthdays. This is so memorable, you know, because I think when a lot of us, maybe it's just me because my memory's terrible, but I don't remember, like, if you were to like roll the dice, like a 12-sided die, and get a number, right, 8, and say, what toy did you get for your 8th birthday? I couldn't tell you. I'd have to go back and look at my photo album, like my mom's photo album, right? Like, I'd have to go back to tell you. But I remember, like, for one birthday, and I don't remember what birthday it was, my mom only bought me, like, I think she bought me like 5 or 6 Silverhawks.
Oh, wow.
And what she did is she hid them all over the house, and she made a scavenger hunt. And so, like, she had to like make me go and find like where the Silverhawks were. And she was like, one of them was like Hot Wing. I remember she was like, Hot Wing lives in a place where it's super hot all the time. What place in our house gets the hottest? And I went and found it. He was in the oven. And then my mom was like, I think it was like Steel Heart. She has a heart as cold as steel. Where's the coldest place in our house? And then, like, I had to go, and it was in our freezer. I don't think my mom realized you're putting vac metal plastic in a freezer. That thing is now brittle as hell. It's probably going to break instantly. But I don't remember what birthday that was. So probably I would just look, what year did those toys come out? And it was that birthday. But I'll always remember that birthday, hunting for those figures all over my house.
Yeah.
You know? So shout out to moms for doing that.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, sadly, Terrence. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's a lot of people have who didn't have like stable childhoods. I know Greg knows a lot about that, and Rob
sure.
and some of that lost. Yeah, man, that's tough.
It makes you a better parent though too, not to get out in the weeds of stuff. But yeah, I remember one Christmas I all I wanted was the ElfQuest books, and I wanted them so bad. And I remember I got a shoebox, but it was like for Vans, and I was just so disappointed. I was like, I didn't know what was in it, so I opened it, and it was my stepmom had folded the book, which I didn't really. I mean, it's okay, but like she folded it to fit into the shoebox. So when I got it, I was just like, yes.
Oh, so nice. Happy. Brian says, my friends would beg me to play football after school, but I couldn't until after Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe, and Thundercats were over. You couldn't know if there was going to be new ones or reruns. That's right. They didn't tell you. But you know what was cool about that is probably all of us are the same. I didn't care. Like if this had been an episode of G.I. Joe, I'd seen 100 times. I'm watching it. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
You're not a downer. You're not a downer, Terrence. That's some of us experience that. A lot of us share in that. Yeah, it reminds me, your mom folding your ElfQuest books to fit in that shoebox is like when I was telling you my buddy, his parents only bought him like the business card holders, and he cut his baseball cards skinny to make them fit, and then nobody would trade with him. That's funny. All right, we got one more commercial here. Let's do it.
Now, a new kind of stomper. Diving devils. They go anywhere on land, anywhere on sea.
Look at that.
And even underwater. Lights on. Ready for battle. Stomper diving devils. Nothing stops them. Rumbling and powering their way in, over, and through. Stomper diving devils work 3 ways. Stomper diving devils, each sold separately. New from Tyco, of course.
Man, I never had a stomper or a diving devil, but I wish I
never
did.
Had a stomper,
awesome. No, dude, no, I never had that.
I had one. I must have traded it or something. But if you look for stompers now, they're like gold, dude. They're like very expensive, man. Yeah, I love those things. We used to bring them to school. And we would get in trouble. We would like keep them in our pockets, and then during recess, we would build little like hills or tracks for our stompers and stuff.
How big were they? Because they looked large in that.
They're about.
You're saying, oh, okay. Like they look much bigger.
And then you could change out the wheels. They had like foam wheels, so they had ones that had like more traction or whatever. They were a blast. They were a lot of fun, dude.
See, in that picture, in that video, that commercial there, to me, they look like the size of a shoebox. They look like a remote control car. Like they looked large, but I don't know if that small.
That's a different sized one. I remember those, but I think they're the same size as stompers. But
the only vehicle that I had as a kid with the the only vehicle I had as a kid was the blue like monster truck where the tiger claws came out of the wheel. We've run the commercial before.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had that
one was bigger. It was a bigger. Yeah, stompers were more compact. You could carry them to school. Now in the toilet, you have a head in the toilet.
That's not going to be beat. That's the best comment today. Right. Yeah, exactly. Or as Curtis calls them, toilet people. Whenever he does his travel toys, he'll go in there. He's like, all right, here we go. What do they got? What do they got? Here's the toilet people. Just walk right past them. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like today's toy aisle. Not. Yes, that's the vehicle I'm talking about. I forgot what it was called, but the claw,
like the Beast or something, or
there you go, the Beast. Yeah,
it had like claws that would come out.
3 sets of claws that would come out of the tires.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. I never had it, but I thought they were cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, stompers, you don't see them very often, and when you do, they're pricey, like $100, very expensive.
Right. Okay, let's see here. What are we up to next? Oh, we're up to name that tune. We're going to try to do it on the fly today, guys. I know Andy's not in the chat. But instead of breaking this into the clip and the intro, because I was having some problems with the iMovie before we started, which is what was holding me up. I've just pulled the file, and we're just gonna see if I can make this work on the fly. You guys put your thinking caps on and see if you can guess this.
So, Colonel Jamaica, are you and Needham still a hot item?
Cha! Not since Mr. Massive Jaw dumped me in Rio. I would give anything to get back at that conceited pig person. Ooh.
Well, how convenient. Hey, listen, if you tell Needham you are the location producer, can you convince him to work for one more day?
Do deers lick salt, man?
Well,
Do deers lick salt? What a okay. So here's what I'm seeing in the chat. I'm seeing Beetlejuice, pup named Scooby Doo. All right, we got some more guesses. I'm gonna take Terrence's question. I think 51-year-old me doesn't get toilet people. Maybe 12-year-old me would have been into it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it either. Yeah. Brian Carr says The Mask.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man.
Yeah, those sound effects. WTF? Yeah, this is a tough one. I wonder if Andy would get this. So somebody needs to tell Andy when he gets around to it. 51 minutes, 48 seconds, timestamp.
Yeah,
see if he gets this. Yeah, feel better, Andy. See if you get this. Quest Grace says it looks familiar. Okay, we're going to go all the way back and run that intro.
stunt dog! He is the danger upon which we thrive. Thankful action makes it fun to be alive. W's for the wild things we always do. G's for the gross stuff that's really cool.
And I'm going to pause it there just in case, I don't want to get demonetized. I've been cutting off the intro songs, and after a few seconds, and hey, haven't had an episode. Hey, are we boring you? You ready to go to bed?
I'm sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let's see. Was this in the
cartoon.
80s? I haven't either. This was new to me.
Dogs.
When did Stunt Dogs come out?
Yeah, we could have really stumped Andy on this.
Oh, I'll tell you what. September 28th, 1992. That's why I never heard of it. I was in, let's see, 92. I was in 10th grade.
I was graduating. Jeez.
Yeah, Charlie Scritch said it
right.
was the 90s.
Looks old though.
Yeah. We'll see if Andy gets that one. Let's get into remember this. Who remembers not only getting these, but didn't a meal come in this? Didn't we eat out of these? Who remembers this?
I've never seen those before. Those are awesome, man.
I remember getting these. This is not my photo. I found this photo online. That's not my old table. From the Dukes of Hazzard. Meal containers. I think these were 1982 McDonald's Happy Meal. Yeah, so you could get a McDonald's Happy Meal that came in these.
Wow.
And then it would come with a careful with that flag. Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. Right. That brings up a topic. But yes, this
good.
Yeah, I remember you could get these. It would come with your meal. Your food came inside of this, not your drink, of course. And then it would come with these stickers, and you could decorate the outside of these. And they were very crappy plastic. I remember the edges were super sharp though. Like you could really cut yourself on the edge of this plastic. Like you had to be super careful with these. The bottom came separate from the top. Like it came apart
really?
from your food.
Okay.
Was
I
inside
didn't know
of it.
that.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Oh, I'm glad Curtis remember this. Yeah, these were so you had the General Lee. It looks like you had Boss Hogg's like Cadillac.
Mhm.
That's probably Uncle Jesse's truck.
Uncle Jesse?
Who drove the Jeep? Was that Daisy?
Maybe.
Do you know that I was a fully grown adult before somebody pointed out that the reason short shorts were called Daisy Dukes was because of Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard? I never put that together. Never knew. You get them Daisy Dukes on. And then you had Roscoe P. Coltrane's squad car.
Come on, Flash.
Cooter. Man, do you know, like, look,
Memories.
listen, I understand the problem with that flag. I do, because a good portion of my life, from the time I was like 12 to the time I was like 24, I lived in Mississippi, and that flag means something completely different. It has been co-opted, and so yeah, I understand. It has Roscoe, Cletus, and Enos. That's right. I know it has a negative connotation for a lot of people, and I get that. I do. But as a kid, I didn't know any better when it was on this car. And I'd venture to say that this is the only legal place you ought to be allowed to display this, is on this car. You know? I don't know. I haven't gone back to watch Dukes of Hazzard since I was a little kid. I don't know if there's any kind of racial overtones in that show at all. But I will say that the Duke boys were good people. They were trying to do right. They were fighting the law. Come on.
That's right.
Beats all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. That theme song lives rent free in my head. I can sing the entire thing. I got you to this day. I can't remember.
Car.
Oh, me too. With the little 3 3/4 inch figures.
Yeah, I had the hatch.
It would open. The flag actually was a hatch that opened, right? And you could put your
figures
on
that car.
Dude.
Simpler time.
Yeah. It's YouTube can strike you. That was my concern. Like a true modern day Robin Hood. Yeah, it's possible. As a matter of fact, let's get that off screen just in case. I don't want to strike. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, my uncle had a 69 Charger, and now my brother owns it. Nice. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, the Matchbox cars. Yeah, the pull back and go motorized. Yeah, dude.
I had the Smokey and the Bandit Hot Wheels. Man, I love that car. The black Trans Am. Man, I would love that again.
All right, we got one more segment to do. Let's get to it. Chat, does the audio on those intros sound super loud to anybody else, or is it just me?
It's a little loud, but not bad.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, I have a lot to choose from, but since we were doing the Dukes of Hazzard Happy Meal, remember this? I figured I would pull this page, probably sent to me by either Andy or Heinrich. They always send me pages. So hey, you guys, I have so many pages for wish list. If you guys could help me pull remember this, because that gets really hard after a while. Pulling these obscure things like the rubber erasers that Greg found last week. But here is some of the cars that Brian was even talking about. I think here's some of the pullback action, because I remember them being kind of like chibi style, kind of short and squatty, and they've got this ramp and this barn. Dude, that's incredible right there. Check that out. Dukes of Hazzard ramp, the speed jumper, and this, what does that say? Stunt barn? I can't read that small.
Yeah, I think it says stunt barn. Stunt
something.
Stunt
I can't read.
Duster? I'm not sure.
You know what? I am going to pull the actual file and see if I can zoom in. Yep, you're right. Stunt Buster. That's what it says. That's exactly what it says. Stunt Buster. But then they've got the watches that you could load them into the watches and then launch.
Those were cool. I wanted those. I never had those.
Yeah,
look at that Boss Hog hat down there on 6.
Yeah, dude. Look at that. And that little belt.
Little buckaroos.
Those belt wasn't gonna fit me and you.
No, that'd be an arm. That'd be an arm.
We'll put that on an armband.
Yeah, or like neck thing, maybe. That's it.
See, as a kid, we didn't understand. We like the show. Can we just move on? We didn't get any of that. It's just.
But it wasn't really a thing. Well, maybe for us, it wasn't a thing back then. We didn't understand, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But then here we have the Fall Guy helmet and stunt set. And then we have the Daryl Waltrip race car and hauler set. Looks really dope. And then over here in the corner, I mean, this was a good mix of stuff. Look, we got the Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark play set. John, if John was in the chat, he'd be loving these Lone Ranger and Zorro. I know he's a big Lone Rangers fan. We got that Monster Maker from the Universal Monsters. Man, what are these under the Lone Ranger sets? I can't. They look like Micromen or something like that. Micronauts. I can't see.
Where?
Tron
Oh, yeah,
posable
Tron.
figures, the red and blue, and then I can't make out what J is. What is J? Mini monsters, faces, and hands glow. Oh, mini monsters. Okay. Yeah, man. Do you see anything on this page that if you were little Greg would circle and like, I gotta get
little
this
schmerbs? Yeah, I had a remote control generally that was fun, but it was like a clicker. Like it was so basic. You'd press a button and it would turn. So like there was no like, you know, like complex, and it had a wire. So
I never felt like remote control cars when we were kids worked the same for us at home as they did for the kids in the commercials.
Plus, I couldn't put a figure in it, so I was like, "What am I going to do with this?" You know, I need to put an action figure in there. But so I would get probably some Raider toys. I didn't know that there was a Raiders play set, so I would die for that, man. I had one Raiders figure. I had one Indiana Jones figure when I was a kid, but they didn't have the regular leather jacket one. They had like the soldier in disguise. So I would definitely get a Indiana Jones figure and play the hell out of it. I loved Lone Ranger, so I would get the Lone Ranger with a horse. I had some little pistols with the holsters as a kid, and I loved that, man. So I would get that again. And then Light Cycle. I always wanted a Light Cycle, man. I thought those were the coolest looking things, man. Definitely a motorcycle guy.
Look at this tragic story. I lost my Lone Ranger figure in the schoolyard. I buried him and then ran off to go play. And when I came back, I couldn't remember where I buried him. Like a squirrel. Like a squirrel. I'm gonna bury these nuts and I'm gonna come back in the
holes all over that place. I dig every day.
Yeah. I actually did have this Raiders of the Lost Ark set. I did.
Wow. I never seen it.
The door, there was a door behind Indy. Like if you can't really see it, there was a door that slid open. You were supposed to be able to swing from one of those archways, but you never could. It had some fake snakes that came with it. And I'm pretty sure the snakes were later used in the like Star Wars, like Yoda, like Dagobah playset.
I'm sure.
I would love to have that again. Those old Raiders figures. I have one from when I was a kid. Still left, and it's on the shelf behind me. But man, I probably one of that Dukes of Hazzard ramp or Stunt Buster, those little pullback cars. I loved pullback cars as a kid.
I did too. They were a blast.
Jam.
Fit in your pocket.
Yeah,
I always wanted the little watch one where it launches from your. I thought that was the coolest thing, man. I always wanted one of those.
These what? These nuts.
These nuts.
This is a wish book segment. Is from Mark to weed out the racist. I'm just trolling everybody.
I like that one.
I like that one. The reason I said that's a topic is because I literally was having this conversation last night with the internet because Valaverse had posted that they had landed a really nice licensing agreement for their 1944 figures. And I realized that putting out the 1944 figures, like World War II figures, was there could potentially be an issue there. Like, and I very politely commented that, you know, honestly, I have not been following the 1944 news for Valaverse World War II figures that closely. But a lot of people in the comments were like, I really hope we get that other group of people. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. And I felt the need to comment, and I knew the backlash that I was going to get when I was like, I really hope you guys aren't considering making, Nazi action figures. Like, I understand that there is a historical part to it. I get that it is part of the battle. It's part of the war. I understand, but you can make German soldiers without making Nazi action figures. And, and Bobby, who I know runs his own, social media accounts, actually responded. He said, we've been very vocal about the fact that that group that you're referring to will not be represented. And so I applaud them for all the crap that Bobby gets, and rightly so and rightly deserved. That's a stance, and I appreciate it. I don't think we're responsible enough as a society to be entrusted with Nazi action figures. Not in our current political climate. I don't think we're responsible enough. So that's just,
I agree totally.
Said what I said, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I couldn't agree more. We do not need them. Yeah, Omar. Yeah, I guess I hadn't followed the news to know that, and I was reading it, and it just hit me as, boy, I really hope that doesn't happen.
But I would love to see, like, allied soldiers, USPI grunts, and
they said they're doing US figures, Axis, and allies. I'm totally for it. You've got to have German soldiers to fight. You've got to have the Axis powers to fight. Absolutely, 100%. But just given the world that we live in now and how reckless we are with things and our talk and our actions, I just don't think we're not at 50, 51, 52 years old. We're not responsible enough yet to be able to deal with it. All right, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it fun. Let's get into our pick. I did lose the hoodie. It's getting a little toasty in here. I think I've got more pickups this week. It kind of like a whole bunch of stuff just showed up. So why don't I kick things off?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the first thing I want to show off that I got this week is this. I've clearly overpaid, but I did order and receive the Spawn Elite Edition Spawn from McFarlane Toys. Look at this beautiful artwork here.
What's
on the
the
back.
scale on that?
It's your standard McFarlane, like 7-inch. It looks big in the package. But it's a standard McFarlane size, but I did not back the no, actually, you know what? It might actually be taller. Does anybody own any of the Elite Edition figures? I don't.
Bill says 1/10 scale.
Okay, let's see here. Try to do this. To the top of his head's about 7 1/4. From his feet to his head, it's about 7 1/4. I missed out on the first Spawn Kickstarter reboot figure. I also didn't want to pay $80 for a McFarlane Toys figure, so I didn't buy that one. This one is up there. I believe I paid $55 or $60 for this figure, but I do like the classic Spawn look. I do love that it comes with the Al Simmons head. I love that it comes with metal chains, has a nice base in there. It's lots of hand accessories, some plasma accessories in there. The old school weapon that the first figure came with, that flat board with the nail through it. I have the original Spawn, and so from the very first wave, so I want to display them together. So yeah, I overpaid, but I'm not unhappy about it.
Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with
that.
It's my first. I don't know if I had this in my thing last week, but this Thraxxian Scout, I picked up at a local shop.
Nice.
And I don't know if
this week. Was it this week? Last week? When did you pick
I think
that
it
up?
was last week, the beginning of last week, I think.
I believe I have one sitting here too. I don't know, just a coincidence.
Interesting.
That's odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
I got this in from Steve Mank. This is the Zesray Studios 2.0 Medicus. Zesray did put out a 1.0 version of this in their first wave. This is the 2.0 version. He's fantastic. This is not an extra head. This is a helmet. Actually comes off. Have that nice. Somebody told me the other night it's Roman Reigns esque head. Does look like Roman Reigns. I'm absolutely loving this figure. He moves like butter. This is a beautiful, beautiful body. Chat, tell me, are there any other 2.0 male bodies out right now, or is it only in this wave? Is it just Medicus and then the two other females, Cassia, or whatever? I don't know their names.
Bernice.
Oh yeah,
they've had some Roman soldiers out, but I don't know about. Yeah, I think they've had some.
The Roman soldiers are from Wave 1, so they're on the 1.0 body. I do know that there's a couple of male barbarians coming out, like Viking style barbarians coming out with like the wolf pelts and stuff, but they're not out yet.
I like how you made a mythic version of that figure. I don't know if it was a spoiler, but that was
no. It's in the review. I put it in the thumbnail. But no, I did that because one of the things that I'm finding out is that if you really want your channel to grow, if you really want, to have people click on your videos, like you kind of have to, like, in a way, clickbait them. Like, I hate that. I absolutely hate. But when you can't just say, hey, I'm going to review this figure, because, like, if somebody doesn't care about those figures, then they're not going to click on that video. Right. But if I say, who made a better gladiator, the Four Horsemen or Zestro Studios? Well, now you're vested. Now you're like, well, I love Four Horsemen. How dare somebody try to do something better than them? I don't, whatever. Or vice versa, so then it's like, oh, I have to click on this to see if I'm about to get mad at it. I guess, I don't know. Or maybe they're clicking on it to see, well, which one did he pick? Because I want to weigh in. And so, yeah, I did that as a little hook, as a way to, like, get people to watch the video. But yeah, it's just a straight up review of that. But I did make one, and I was surprised. I've already taken all the parts.
Looks great, dude.
But I was surprised at how closely they actually did that. I was able to create that figure, recreate it. What else you got?
I've got.
Oh, you just showed the Thraxxian. It's my turn, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the Gong Studios Hush Batman. I thought this was a knockoff. Or not a knockoff, but I thought this was kind of like a third party, didn't get permission. This is an officially licensed product by Warner Brothers. And DC. I didn't really know that. Here it is in the background. This is the Batman Hush figure people have been going gaga over. It's fully clothed, cloth closed figure, 1/12 scale. I had a local buddy, Spencer, get one, and his arm was messed up. I had a local buddy, Scott, who I do the podcast with, got one, and his leg was messed up. I was really nervous, but mine, perfectly fine.
I think Heinrich got one too.
Oh, okay. Heinrich, did you have any issues with yours? So my buddy Spencer got one, and there was a piece of plastic on his elbow that should have been clipped off, and it's under cloth clothing. And so what it caused is that the arm could only move like this. He couldn't stretch his arm out all the way straight. The plastic got in the way, but he said he was able to warm up the figure and get the gauntlet to slide off. And when he did that, he was able to reach up under there and find that piece of plastic and knock it loose, and then use a pair of tweezers to get it out. And then he fixed his and got it to work. And
surgery.
He had to do surgery. My buddy Scott had a problem with the left leg, not feeling like it was popping all the way into the hip socket. And he was in constant contact with Gong Studios about how to fix it. And they actually said, here's the way to do it. You have to, like, push it in, push it up, and then, like, pop it in real hard. And they said, you're not going to break it. It'll be okay. And he did that. And lo and behold, it actually worked. And he was super happy. Then he could get his leg to go all the way up and bend properly. Thankfully, I didn't have this issue. The Superman, our chat group was blowing up about, like, where to pre-order it and where it's shipping, and it's in stock at Pop Mart if anybody wants the Hush Superman. I'm going to be getting it, just not right now. Thanks, Curtis, dude. That means a lot coming from you, because you know your parts. Omar says, Mark, your video of who makes it better for your value between G.I. Joe, Velaverse, and Monster Force was a game changer. Thank you, man. Yeah, dude, I really appreciate that. I got a lot of people talking to me about that at Legions Con. Greg and I were standing there talking with somebody that we didn't even realize at the time was the guy who is the head of Big Bad Workshop. And he was like, yeah, I saw your video. He was like, I appreciate that you were digging on Monster Force. And Bobby, when I talked to Bobby Valla, he was like, yeah, I saw your video. And I was like, oh, okay.
Right on.
Dude, I'm really considering getting the Batman and Superman, but I need to sell $250 worth of stuff first. Yeah, absolutely. And then look here, look at there. Our buddy Glowman is here. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad he's here. Yeah, that's my next pickup. What about you, buddy?
Heinrich said that he had no issues with his.
Oh, perfect.
Let's see. I had a trade. I was in a chat with my buddy Joe Russo, one of the Mythic Enablers, and I was commenting how I didn't have a Black Knight, and he's like, "I got one for you." So we did a trade. So I got the classic Black Knight figure.
Nice.
Which is just a cool, basic. It's their, original knight, but in a nice glossy black. And so he sent me that, and then I also told him I needed another Dorina, so I had broken mine apart for parts. So he had a Dorina also, so I've got my Dorina back. So thank you, Joe Russo.
Yeah, LPZZ is not to be slept on. I don't have one yet, but their Batman and Deathstroke figures look incredible right now. Gosh, I really want those. Let's see. Another figure. So this is kind of a Mark's moment of weakness. Here's like an impulse buy. I saw, I believe it was our buddy over at the Badass Reviews review this figure. And I do not collect this line, but this looked like a fun figure. So this just looked like a badass figure to play around with. So I do not collect the Eastman and Laird comic NECA versions of TNT figures. I just don't. But this is the Casey Jones from his, it's from a very specific graphic novel called Body Count that I've watched a few reviews of the Body Count graphic novel, and apparently it's like super bloody, violent, adult. Like a lot of people were like saying, like, I remember reading this as a kid and thinking I should not be reading this. I'm trying to remember the name of the artist. Somebody in the chat, please tell me who was the artist who drew this. Because I know it was a famous artist. His name is escaping me right now, but this guy just looks really awesome. This may be a figure that I play with for a month or two and then sell. I don't know, because I don't have any others from that line, but it does look like a really good figure to play with and pose. Let's see here.
Got Brick in the chat.
Oh, nice. Brick's in the chat.
Hey, Brick.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody have a good MLK weekend. I am actually off on Monday.
Nice.
Anybody else? I know Brick is, but anybody else in the chat? Simon Beasley. Thank you, Brian. Couldn't think of his name. Super talented artist. But yeah, that was one of mine. I'm gonna group my next 4 together.
Yeah,
they all do kind of go together.
Go ahead. Yeah, go for it.
No, I just showed off my turtle from Casey Jones. What do you got?
I have, really happy about it, a new Yeti mug that's got my G Schmerber on there, but more importantly, it's got my new logo that Mark made, my New to Mythics logo.
Dude, that looks awesome.
I'm stoked for that. I love it. Thank you, Mark.
Oh,
sorry, I was a pain in the ass. I must have given you like so many that was more complex than probably my logo with my face on it. Like, I'm like, can you put checkers? Can I get it in red? Can I see different wings? So it was like a back and forth. So thank you.
I can do.
Thank you very much for that.
Absolutely,
logo.
Dude. That mug looks awesome. That's
I love it. So thank you.
These have been popping up at my local Target, but apparently I had already pre-ordered them from Big Bag Toy Store, and they had already processed them, and they were in the process of shipping when I found them at Target. And so I ended up paying $3 more per figure. So that's great. I did buy this one from Target and cancel my Big Bad Toy Store pre-order. This is the new Evergreen Spider-Man for 2026. This is going to be hanging. You're going to see this figure hanging on shelves all year long. But this is the Andrew Garfield suit that has already been made by Hasbro once, but it's in darker colors. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 body. They call this the No Way Home suit from the third movie. It doesn't come with the Andrew Garfield head. It doesn't come with the cell phone, even though the hand is holding the cell phone. But this is just the same body, but in brighter red and blue colors. I love this body. I love that character. Andrew will forever be my my Spider-Man. And so I picked that up at Target, but then all of these shipped from Big Bad Toy Store. I know prices went up for Marvel Legends across the board, but my Target still has all of these figures that I'm going to show for $24.99. They're not $27.99, but that's what I paid for them at Big Bad Toy Store. So we have the Venom, Spider Venom, which I'm looking forward to opening up. It's got some chains, new Peter head. So I got that guy. I got the Spider-Man 2099, even though I have the Mafex version, so I don't know why I need this one, but I went ahead and got it anyway. A lot of people are posing it, having fun with it. And this mashup, which I've never read the comic, but Spider-Man and Nightcrawler are two of my favorite characters. You put them together, I'm buying them. So yeah, I love this. I can't wait to pose this guy. And I know nothing about the comic that he comes from. I don't know why the two are mashed up together. I don't know if this is Nightcrawler pretending to be Spider-Man. I have no idea, but it looks dope. So I'm going to play with it.
Those are cool. Awesome pickups. That's it for me. I have nothing else.
Nothing else? Okay.
No.
I'm going to save this one here for my last reveal. But I did get in an order, and on the same day, I got a nice, lovely care package from the fine folks over at Harbinger Studios. I had pre-ordered already their deluxe dungeon. I had already pre-ordered it. And so I had one coming, but they sent me, because the reason I got this is the deluxe dungeon pack right here. So what it comes with is this nicely articulated and painted monitor lizard right here. That they call a creature of the Crucible. It comes with some rats and skulls and some chains and blood effects, and it comes with 3 stands. You can see the stands right there, or maybe it comes with, it comes with 4 stands, comes with some real metal chains, a broken sword, pile of skulls that you can rest a sword or axe in. So I had pre-ordered a set of these, and not the stands, because this already came with 4 stands, but they were lucky. They were nice enough to send me a box of stands, which comes with, I believe, it comes with 3 stands. And these at shows, I think, are going to only be $10. And then on their website, $13. Plus they come with a card, and plus they come with a secret weapon. So that's a pretty cheap way to, if you're trying to collect all the weapons, to do so. And you don't have to put Savage Crucible figures on these stands. You could put any 1/12 scale figure on these stands, rock bases. They even showed in their live stream how easy it is to paint these up if you want them more green, or, just do a quick dry brush. So I have that, and then I have another one of these sets. So I have 2 of these, thanks to my friends over at Harbinger Studio. You guys know I love my Crucibles. And then this figure is going to go along with my last pickup. I found this at my local Target this week. This is the Masters of the Universe Sketch Concept Series He-Man. So this is what He-Man looked like from the Mark Taylor designs. So this is a sketch of the earlier He-Man, of what he looked like. And that's going to go along nicely with this, which is the Castle Grayskull Mystery Power Fortress of Mystery and Power. This is the exclusive version that has like the different colorway of being yellow. This is more of like the original concept colors, and it comes with the same what used to be the cardboard figure is now a fully painted, articulated figure. So did like the 2021 2022 version. It came with that as well, but these are just in new colors. I totally had forgotten that I had pre-ordered this thing, and my wife comes in one day and she goes, "What's this $116 charge at Amazon?" And I go, "I don't know. I didn't buy it." thing from Amazon. It must be something, must be a payment for something we did for the kids from Christmas. And she's like, oh, okay, maybe it is. And I was like, okay. And then like 2 days later, that shows up and I go, oh, that's what that was. Dodged a bullet on that one. So, so yeah. Curtis says, I have to catch the rest on replay. It's not because you talking Savage Crucible. It's because I have to take my youngest car shopping. Oof. Yeah, good luck with that, dude.
Congrats to Curtis and Darla for being grandparents.
Yeah. Papaw. I think it's what we have to call him now. Papaw. Papaw and Mamaw. Yeah, so that's it. That's all of my pickups.
It's a heck of a haul.
Yeah, it is. I was not expecting a haul that size this early in 2026. All right. So let's get after it. I know, right? Let's do our unboxing. You know, it's funny because I was thinking, good God, the show's going to go on for 3 hours because we're at an hour and 25 minutes and we haven't even got to the double down yet. But then I realized our double down was going to be the Highland Warrior, and we've already talked about him. So
there you go.
We don't have a double down.
The guy that painted it.
So, yeah, with Eric Miller. I mean, how amazing is that? So after our unboxings, that'll be the end of the show. So it's ending earlier than normal, but right on time. How about that? So today we are going to be unboxing a Cosmic Legions, the Thraxxian Scout. I've been waiting to get into this guy for some time because he just looks incredible.
You look incredible.
Thank you. I believe we're going to be getting a lot of these parts in the what guy's name? The Vitalis
Vernalis Ardent Scale.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of these parts and that.
Did you give him a little whiff? It smells good.
Is Terrence still here?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I think Oliver Bros
he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when we sniff figures, but I'm very much into. Yeah, absolutely. I'm in love with smells, man. I sniff, like, I'm a designer, and anytime I get a new printed piece that's, you know, when I get samples of my stuff that gets printed sent to me, like I do a magazine twice a year, and whenever I get sent samples of that magazine, or I, you know, go to a press check and I'm in the printer with all of the printing inks and machinery, like, I love that smell. I get a new magazine, I always sniff it. I'm a weirdo.
Brian, you need one of these, buddy.
This is cool. A figure that I think I've said recently on our show that you can take this guy straight out of the package and put him right on the Mythic Legions shelf.
Yes, 100%.
You don't have to customize this guy from Cosmics to fit in with your Legions.
Detail.
I mean, just look at this guy. There's nothing on him that looks futuristic or spacey, you know, at all. If you wanted in your lore to just say, hey, this is just a creature from Mythic Legions, you could totally do that. Even his weaponry is all like bone and wood and leather. Like, there's no cosmic stuff here. So this is not getting cosmic. And I love that. Because I think this is a brilliant way. I mean, it fits into the lore of the characters of this planet. You know, they're kind of outliers, outworldians. They find and forage for their armor and their weaponry, and you know, not too dissimilar from the world of Mythos. So if you're not a cosmic collector, you could totally look at that. Look at him all dressed down like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize those were pauldrons that he was.
Oh yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, with the armor. Yeah, he's a Grand Curtis. That's right. You guys are going to enable me. Yeah, backwoods.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah. I like the wood armor too. The wood armor is very cool.
Yeah. like this, I wonder like what this armor would look like, because I was thinking about Toy. Yeah, I
Dude,
remember looking at this. I remember looking at that. These are the gauntlets that are on Koi.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
So I was
this one.
I was thinking of switching his knees, taking Koi's knees, because they say if you take the knees off of Koi, the metal, the armored knees, you can put them on Elijah because they match color wise, and then you can get a pair of like the Buccaneer boots, like the barbarian boots, and then you can have Elijah with the barbarian boots. But you need a knee. You need a knee for Koi. So this knee would fit on Koi.
You see, the gauntlets are the same. The arm gauntlets are the same, and then the leg armor, the lower leg armor, is the same.
Oh yeah.
So vice versa, if you wanted, you could take this knee off of here and put it on Koi and have a fully armored wooden armor Koi. But yeah, so like these parts are already, you know, mixing and matching in with mythics. Yeah, that head's very cool. Legions and legions. Legions are legions. Yeah, they're all compatible and I'm sure connected in some hidden way. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the wood armor is cool in the gladiator army builds, or with Bryophytus, which makes him so much more like Mossman. Yeah, I've seen somebody do that, as a matter of fact. Yeah, the Thraxxian Scout is my jam. Love the science fantasy pulpy stuff. John Carter of Mars, absolutely. Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers. I'm gonna turn Greg's mic way up. No, it's fine. Kirby's New Gods, and of course Mode 2, basically mythic cosmic love child. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, this guy is dope. And the head, like, this extra head, dude. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to do, is get that extra head out. Because this guy is
gnarly.
Like, look at that. That guy's had enough of your stuff today already. He is ready to go to war.
He kind of looks like that. What was that? Bug's Life? Kevin Spacey.
Oh, yeah. Hopper.
Yeah.
What's his name? The grasshopper, the evil grasshopper. Yeah.
Looks like we have a super chat from our buddy Brian Carr heading out the shovel. We will catch the unboxing later.
Thank you, Brian.
You didn't have to
do that, dude. Yeah. I feel like we ought to be hitting him up with a super chat and get him a little extra cup of coffee, warm him up when he comes back in. I love this little piece here. If I'm not mistaken, this is, we saw this with the Mask of the Red Death.
Yes.
I'm sure we saw it somewhere else, but I remember it mostly from that figure underneath. I love that this figure in pictures looks bright green, but in hand, he's quite muted, which I really like. So he's not a super dark, super bright green. He's very mossy colored, which is great. And I love the use of the body. Because these are, you know, clearly, what's his name? We've gotten these body parts before.
Ninian.
The blue guy.
Or Oleg Thygar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oleg. Yeah. From Cosmics. Yeah. Let's see. I got to pose this guy up.
Let's see your pose, man. Do some great poses.
Let's pose this guy. What can we do here? Yeah, dude, I'm glad we opened this figure because I've been waiting for a good time to open it, and I've kind of wanted to open it for a while, and I just haven't.
I like it very much. Very cool. I don't know what head to have him with, though.
Do we have some more gesturing? Yeah, we've already got some gesturing hands on him. All right, here we go. Here's my pose for this guy.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Great pose.
Yeah, he feels great. And with this long staff and the way the armor matches, like, I feel like you could like have these guys like as good guy, bad guy, if you wanted to, like have them fighting one another on your shelf. They look really good together. Sharing a lot of parts. I want more of this race. I want some more of this guy, for sure.
Yeah, this is a super cool figure. I like it. I'm glad I picked it up.
Yeah, dude. And this, which I know we've seen already, but we've got this bone. Didn't we get something like this with
Jersey
Devil? Yeah. We got this weapon already. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total sets of hands. But I gotta tell you, I love this docile head, but I am really digging the angry one. I think that's
I like the eyes of the docile, but I like the teeth of the grimacing kind of.
Yeah, that head's pretty dope.
Absolutely.
What a
great figure. I think I'm gonna leave the pauldrons off.
Yeah.
I like the chest and the shoulders kind of look. Or maybe I'll just do one pauldron. I don't know.
I am going to need another one of these guys. So for space reasons, not outer space, but shelf space, this is how he's going to go on my shelf. Angry face, spear. Yeah, that's a dope figure right there. I need another one. I've enabled myself, Brian. I know he's no longer with us, so I've enabled myself to go get another one of those guys.
Yeah, this armor is cool. Very cool.
Let's see here. That piece is also with the Gladiator Armory. Siren Opal scale will also fit in well with that figure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that extra head is my spirit animal Monday morning.
Right. Yeah, I am with you on that, Jay. Totally.
Yeah. He has that Clint Eastwood, like, get off my line kind of look. Well, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the episode. It's been a full one, an hour and a half today, but we covered a lot. We got a lot done in an hour and a half.
We had a good time too. Hope everyone else did.
Yeah, had a blast. Now, like always, on a Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, I have to go and clean up my toy room now because now I've made a big mess.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got figures all over.
So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Brian, for the super chat, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats to Grandpapa Curtis and Grandmama Darla.
Feel better, Andy.
Feel better, Andy. That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And feel better, Heinrich, fighting that cold.
Yes, and, Heinrich too. Feel better. Get some rest.
Again, we've got a new episode of the Tribe tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be going live for that. Lots to talk about. We got some updates, some news.
Who's your crew?
I don't know who all is going to join in. I was really hoping Andy, but if he's under the weather, probably not. Jeff will be there, I'm sure. I think maybe Brian is going to be there as well. Brian Carr. I'm going to be opening up. I think I have him.
Thank you, Heinrich.
Yeah, this guy right here, the Feralist Ranger, I'm going to be opening one of the new figures that came from Legions Con. I think Jeff has he's the only one of us with the pale. Or maybe Terrence has both as well, but Terrence has got to work, so he won't be able to join us. So
that boy's always working.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you, Brick. That's right, absolutely, 100%. An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Absolutely, everybody celebrating Martin Luther King Day.
Monday, just think about why people are taking that day off for.
Yeah, and then in some places, like here in Florida, they've sort of renamed that day and call it something else, but we know what it's for. Call it what you want.
Mm-hmm. All right, friends. Thank you guys.
Yep.
Have a great one.
See you so much. And Greg and I will see you in the toy house.